Okay, welcome back. Hostage video number 2. I'm gonna try this again. There were no nasty comments in the last one, so keep going till you guys say shut the hell up. So I have today a Stone Double Bastard, edition 2006. It says 2006 release. Double Bastard Ale, 10% alcohol, and 22-ounce bottle, that's going to be, I'm not going to get much work done this afternoon. That's okay, I'm going to be drinking beer. Crown cap says 100% natural, nothing but the best natural ingredients, and so a little bit of a fizz. I would have expected a bit more, but we'll see how it pours. I've got to do my product placement better. There we go. Yeah, it's not flat, but it's carbonation. Yeah, no, it's not too bad. It's not real foamy. I don't know if the color's coming through. It's kind of a dark brown. Oh. Smells nice. I get almost a little bit of banana, which isn't what I'd expect. Not banana like in a wheat beer, but you know, like a banana cream pie or something. Say it's lost some carbonation, but it's still nice. It's a little cold. Didn't let it warm up enough. This actually was an unopened case. I have 11 more bottles of it. It was stuck way in the back. And I remember when I bought it, I first thought I was buying it, and I ended up picking up a case of Stone Old Guardian, their barley wine. And I've drunk a few of those, and maybe even most of them. But it was in the old Double Bastard stack, and I wasn't paying attention. I just picked it up and went and bought it. Got it home, realized it was the wrong one, so went back and bought the right one. And I also bought a regular Arrogant Bastard, the same vintage. So we'll try that one of these days. So it's very malty, you know, which I would expect it to be. It's not that oxidized, so good bottling on their part. Some bitterness left. There's kind of not much hops in the finish, but maybe when it warms up we'll get a little bit more. No, it's an enjoyable beer. I'm glad I bought it, and I will enjoy the rest of them over the years. Of course, the Bastard, the Arrogant Bastard and the Double Bastard are famous for their screed on the back. Sort of, you're not worthy. It's not to be wasted on the tentative or weak. Only the worthy are invited. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, that's people who haven't seen that before get a kick out of it, or used to. I don't know today. Back in 2006 we did. I remember around that time, it may have been earlier, it may have been 2005, but it could have been 2006 or 7. The regular Bastard, this is the Double Bastard. So I'm going to let this warm up a bit and enjoy it, and we'll be back in a few minutes. So I'm back. A little longer than I thought. I managed to put the phone that I'm recording this in recovery mode. Anyway, I'm drinking a Double Bastard Ale, 2006 release from Stone Brewing, and the bottle is pretty much empty, a little bit of dregs, and the glass is pretty much empty. So that means I liked it, to drink 22 ounces of 10%. No, I don't think it's bottle conditioned. I I may be wrong, and I'm sure I'll be corrected if I am. There were some little bit of floaties, but that you can get that in non-bottled conditioned beer as things sort of settle out. As I finish it, as it warmed up, the oxidation came through a little bit more. It's still not unpleasant, still nice, but I noticed it more. And the hops are, the bitterness is there, and I can kind of feel it building up on the back of my tongue. I remember when this first came out, I was not a super fan of it. I mean, lots of people were, but I like the regular Arrogant Bastard because I found this a little bit sweet. And as it's aged, it's also a little bit sweet. I will finish this, but I'm glad it's not a 750 because I probably wouldn't want any more. It's getting to the point, as it warms up, it tastes sweeter, and it's almost cloying. It's not quite there. It's still enjoyable. But that's what I remember, 14 years ago, 15 years ago when I first tried this, it was a little sweeter than I liked, especially for such a big bottle. But very much enjoyed it. It's hasn't left much lace on the glass, a little bit, but there's still a little bit of carbonation there as it's warmed up, and very happy with it. I think I have 11 bottles left. I think I had an unopened case, so I'll be enjoying them, not all at once, but. And I do have, I think, a case of the regular Arrogant Bastard from the same time. So maybe someday I'll do a comparison. I'll certainly be drinking one of the Arrogant Bastards. So anyway, I'm going to finish this, turn it off, and I'll be back in a bit with the second beer of the session. I'm only going to do 2 beers today, and you'll see why when I show you the second beer. It's a 1999 Thomas Hardy's Ale. 330 milliliter bottle. Says on the top 11.7% alcohol. Imported from England. That's good to know. I'm glad that it wasn't contract brewed in Utica, New York or something. Brewed and bottled by Thomas Hardy Brewery Limited, Dorchester. And what this is, when I heard that Eldridge Pope, the brewery that made Thomas Hardy, and I say it was brewed by Thomas Hardy Brewing Company, which used my understanding, the Eldridge Pope Brewery, because Eldridge Pope was on its last legs. Anyway, when I heard they stopped brewing, which was in '99, I went down to my local liquor store, and they had 2 cases of it and some loose bottles. Now, I was a nice person. I left the loose bottles, and I bought the 2 cases they had left, which was the most expensive beer tab that I had at a beer store at that time. So I have a lot of this, so I thought I'd drink one. It's interesting, the cap, well, I'll show you. First of all, I'm just going to go ahead and open it. I've been drinking beer, so you're going to listen to me ramble on. That's the price you pay. Not a lot of pop there. The cap says Thomas Hardy's Ale, 11.7% alcohol by volume, and there's actually a reason for that. So let's see how it looks. So there's some carbonation, maybe even a little more than the Stone, but it is pretty flat. It is a a crown cap, and this is bottle condition. I don't want to get too much of the dregs. So boy, I can smell it from here. I haven't even put my nose up to it, and I can smell like malt up the wazoo. Nice color. Actually, it looks pretty close. It's hard to tell from this end. Viewers maybe know it's pretty close in color to the Double Bastard. Smelling it, I'm getting basically malt and sherry. Oh, it's very sweet, but in a good way. Um, Again, this has been out for a while. It's probably still a little cold for the beer. There's not as much, again, much oxidation as I would have expected, but as it warms up, it probably will be. But mainly, I'm getting malty sweetness and a little bit of sherry. So it's nice. It stood up well. I mean, I haven't had a Thomas Hardy in a long time, so I don't know. And I haven't been drinking these, so I don't know how well they've aged. And, it may be that 5 years ago it was at its peak and now we're on the downside. But I like it. Now, it's in a large bottle, which for a long time all the Thomas Hardy you saw was in a nip bottle, a 7-ounce, thereabouts bottle. The first time I saw it I say 12 ounce, it's actually 11.15. But actually, I think I do have some, now I think about it, that are 12 ounce. Because the first time I saw the large bottle was in Florida in mid-90s, maybe, early 90s, mid-90s probably. And Florida used to have a law they could only sell beer in 12, 16, I think 8 actually, 8 ounce, 12 ounce, 16 ounce, and 32 ounce sizes. So that meant no half liters from Europe, no 22 ounce bombers. And so if you wanted to sell your beer in Florida, you had to put it in one of those. And that was a anti-competitive thing, I'm sure, from the large breweries, Anheuser-Busch or others. We blame everything bad on Anheuser-Busch, but there was a Stroh's brewery in Florida and some other ones. So, and that limited competition. So Eldridge Pope at the time did a bottling in their other beer was Royal Oak, and they were Royal Oak bottles. In fact, I had one you could actually see it had Royal Oak on the in the glass, just so they could sell it in Florida. And that's when I just. So anyway, enough, a little bit rambling. Back to the beer. Say the thing that really hits me first off is the sweetness, which I remember. That's one of the things of this beer, but I also remember there being some bitterness to back it up, and I'm not tasting much bitterness. It's still very enjoyable, but the Double Bastard was a bit sweet, and this is even sweeter. So we'll see if. I'm sure I'll finish it. It's a tough job, but I'll do my best. Okay, we're back. So I'm drinking Thomas Hardy's Ale. Remember, the S is important. It's possessive. It's not Thomas Hardy Ale. It's Thomas Hardy's Ale. Brewed in 1999, imported from England. The last year brewed at Eldridge Pope. And still got a bit left. I'm enjoying it. It is much sweeter than I expected, and it's, like I said earlier, I haven't had one of these in a while. Any Thomas Hardy in a while. But it was. You say it's just. It's malty, but it's also sweet, and I'm glad it's not a 22 ounce or a 750, because that would be too sweet, or I'd have to share it with somebody, which fortunately I can't do until the after times. So on YouTube. Anyway, I'm really liking this. Thomas Hardy. I have, luckily it's the one I picked this vintage because it's the one I have the most of. I believe I know I have a full case, and I have probably a third of another case. So, I've got maybe 30 bottles of it, and that'll last me till I'm no longer drinking beer, I figure. Though I will probably give up, once we're in the after times, I'm sure I'll share some with friends. Anyway, Thanks for watching. I hope I haven't bored you to sleep. And if I have bored you to sleep, I hope you get a good night's rest. We'll see you next time. Good beers to you.